I can't believe people keep calling me a racist. But also, I'm going to pay this lady for saying the N-word.
This is a video that's been going viral, obviously. Now, we want to show you what has gone viral, and then we want to show you some context that is missing. And what you have been told is this is a racist lady who unleashed a tirade onto these innocent Somalis.
I guess she didn't, or what?
Trump voter who obviously is a dyed-in-the-wool racist. Couple of things. We're just going to front load this for you. She is not. She's very clearly a Democrat activist. This is someone who could have been instigated. We don't know. We do know there's some context that's missing when you watch the full clip. And she's had to deal with a community where, 1/3 of Somalis in her area are completely unemployed. A third don't speak any English whatsoever. And $1 billion have been stolen in welfare fraud scams. And
oh, wait, hold on. I can't stress this enough, guys. Steven Crowder thinks his audience is full of morons. Steven Crowder himself is a moron, but he's smart enough to know how to trick his dumber than him audience. Oh, 30%, 33% of the Somali population is unemployed. Oh my God, that sounds really bad, right? But when you look up the percentage of working age people who are actually working in this country as a whole, it's not that much different from the Somali population. So he's acting as though that is a insane number, right? I, as an expert researcher, typed this into Google, and I found out that, it depends on, what year you're looking at. But when it comes to prime age adults, 19 to 25% are not working. But when you look at working age overall, 16 and above, 37 to 40% were not in the workforce in some years between 2016 to 2023. And obviously there's, different reasons for why that's the case. And he also, brings up this fraud case in Minnesota. And look, that's horrible. I mean, obviously I don't want people defrauding the government and defrauding social programs that are very important. Very important. But I think it's interesting that he failed to mention the person who was running this scam was a white lady. But we don't look at this white woman and say, oh, all white people are bad now, even though she was the one who orchestrated this whole thing.
so you comment below and let me know what you think. Once upon a time, or really just 5 years ago, if you'd have heard this and the lady calls someone the N-word, you go, okay, well, that's out of line. And it's still out of line, but I think people now go, I'll allow it. I kind of understand it. I kind of get the frustration. We've seen too many examples of this where then you add
guaranteed 5 years ago, there were, give, send, go pages for people losing their job for saying the N-word. Guaranteed.
a little bit of context and you understand. And then we've seen too many examples of people being killed on subways by ethnic minorities in packs, or people being beaten up, people being subject to the knockout game, where folks are kind of in defense mode.
This is so stupid. Okay, he rattled off a couple of things there. Oh my God. There's all of these, these train stabbings and, all blah, 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 blah. I bet if you asked Steven Crowder how many he could list, it would be 2. Because there are 2 main stories that are being blasted into our consciousness to make it seem as though, black people are just running wild out there. Can you list any other ones? I mean, maybe if you look it up. I mean, you could probably find, some local stories, but the same shit can be said for crazy white people, crazy Mexican. Every race does this. And the thing about the knockout game, he's acting as though that, people are finally fed up about the knockout game in the year of our Lord 2025. And they just had enough. The knockout game, even though it does exist in a very limited capacity, has been a story that right-wingers using to gin up racial division for decades now. Decades. Guys, you could look this up. The knockout game being this widespread trend of black people, black kids, punching unsuspecting white victims all over the place is a myth. It's a myth. And also, black kids aren't the only ones to engage in this knockout game. Right? White kids do it too. But all Steven Crowder needs, all his audience needs, is just a couple of YouTube videos to prove to themselves that this is a nationwide trend without doing any more research, without fucking putting it into Google, which I thought we were all trained to do from age 5, okay? Like, this is kind of... What's the point of Google if no one fucking uses it? Of course you can find cherry-picked examples of black on white crime. But as we all know, the majority of, violent crimes are intra-racial. Black on black and white on white. Can't forget that. Although all the white supremacists seem to forget that there's white on white crime too. It's not just blacks, harming other blacks and whites. White people commit violent crime too.
And this is what I was warning people about in the barbershop in Black and White and the Gray issues. You're going to see more of this.
Yeah.
As opposed to the 90s where we grew up, where you had Family Matters and Fresh Prince, and the biggest faces, the most recognizable faces on earth were Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, so 2.5.
Mike Tyson had an extremely rough childhood. What is he even talking about? Mike Tyson didn't have an easy middle-class life, and he brings up these fucking TV shows. These idealized sitcoms from the 90s to say that was a great time. That was a great era. Everyone loved each other. There was no racism, or there was very minimal racism. Like, how fucking brain dead do you have to be to just eat this shit up? Really? The 1990s? This is like the height of the war on drugs, where you had literal fucking war zones in ghettos because of how we treated drug use in this country. Jesus Christ, dude. How do you take... If you're a Steven Crowder fan watching, I know there's at least a couple of you watching this. How do you take this seriously? We need to go back to the 90s? Really? When there was, I don't know, a fucking crack cocaine epidemic that may or may not have been a result of the CIA doing their bullshit?
And now we're at a point in not a post-racial, but a post-racial America. So here is the viral clip of the lady in question that's been circulating the most.
That's nigger. I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are a nigger.
You are an idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruined your life, by the way.
Oh, talking about...
I work at Cinnabon. I'm capable of doing that myself.
You're not gonna be working here.
Suck it.
Suck what? Look how you
Suck
fucking look
it.
like.
What's wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking ugly
Does she have a dick? Is that why she's saying that?
bitch? Get the fuck out of
Ugly?
my face.
Talking about ugliness?
Did I stutter?
Yes. Yeah.
I kind of did. That just ruined it. I do appreciate the D-Generation X going Triple H. I didn't fully expect that.
No.
I looking at her, I see that coming. She's missing a cigarette, but I saw that coming from a mile away.
It's one of those things where, like you said, you're ruining your life. It's like she works at Cinnabon.
Come on.
Like, she does not have that much left to lose.
In a mall, okay?
Yeah.
Like, this is like...
Look at how excited these dorks are. Oh, it's so funny that she said the N-word. This is the direction I want our country to go in. Is more people feeling confident enough in their, demented, bigoted beliefs to call people the N-word just out in the open. More and more. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, there are layers to this.
And two things can be true, right? She could be out of line, and she's undoubtedly correct when she says, you ugly bitch, because we could reverse the camera. I've seen what Somalis look like.
All Somalis are ugly? What? Have you seen Ilhan Omar? Like, this is a really dumb and petty point. Put aside, if you're watching this video and you hate Ilhan Omar, because she's brown. She's brown. I get it. It's scary. You're going to lie to me and say that she's ugly? Come on, dude. Come on.
Here's the clip with a little more context where if you watch, you go, oh, this tells us there was a lead-in. We don't know what it is, but there certainly was a relevant lead-in.
There's a relevant lead-in that justifies using racial slurs to dehumanize people, according to Steven Crowder. Okay, sure.
Sexualizing your body makes you a better person.
Are you recording?
I'm gonna record you. Yes.
Do you want me to throw water on you?
It's polite.
I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are a nigger.
You are an idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruined your life, by the way.
Do you think this lady knew? Like, she just knew that there were going to be a bunch of demented boomers and demented Gen Z incel losers that were going to just, spray money at her. Like, she could just sense it. Like, she doesn't seem like the smartest person on the planet, to put it lightly. But she's smart enough to know that, like, look, thanks to Donald Trump, thanks to Nick Fuentes, I could probably make a lot of money off of this.
Oh, you're talking about respect? You're talking about respect? You are fired from this place, motherfucker. You're not gonna be working here.
Suck it.
Suck it.
What's wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking ugly bitch? Get the fuck out of my
Ugly?
face.
Talking about ugliness?
Did I stutter?
You're the ugliest person. Ugly? Talking about ugliness?
Did I stutter?
Did I stutter? Now, some people are trying to defend this lady as if she's doing the classic, did I stutter? No, she did not do that at all, right? You're huffing copium at that point. She's like, did I stutter? No, she fucked it up. She looks like a complete fucking clown, a moron.
You're the ugliest person I ever seen in my life.
Good. Your fucking
No, we're
face
not.
for
No,
what?
we're not. No, we're not.
Because you know damn well you're a
That's
fucking
respect.
evil
That's
fuck.
respect. Keep squeezing that caramel, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
That was
She has a flat ass, dude. Nobody likes flat asses anymore.
Just fart on the Cinnabon?
Yeah, I don't know. None of it's good. To be clear, none of it's good.
Yeah.
But still, first off, where are the people out?
None of it's good, but I also empathize with this woman for saying the N-word. Which is it, dude? Like, don't do this Tim Pool shit. We know which side you're on. Just come out with it. What is with this fucking cowardly, pathetic backtracking?
So I think there's a little bit more to the story, but it is what she went to the degenerate. Like, it really does. She looks like a little bit professional wrestler. She's like, you are like, yeah, well, Cinnabon 316 says I just whooped your ass.
She was on her left.
It hurts. Oh man. Oh, Jesus. This is what I put myself through for you guys.
They did destroy her life. She was let go from the Cinnabon. Yeah, I mean, so poor thing.
They destroyed her life, but also she just got $100,000 for saying the N-word. She was paid $100,000, which is probably like, I don't know, 5 times her actual salary, to say the N-word. That's how fucking stupid our country is.
A few things here. Again, going through, we already kind of front-loaded this. So you can check the references, links in the description as we do every show.
Shit.
A couple of claims that have been made. Here's a claim now that you are seeing circulate. And this is just like when the left tries to say fascist equals right-wing, but they sort of ignore all the left-wing communist fascists because communism does require fascism. They just want you to associate, well, racism must automatically mean right-wing. Therefore, this lady who, whether you agree with her or not, said the N-word, so she must be a MAGA Trump supporter. Here's Harry Sisson between sexts.
A Trump supporter just got caught on camera being racist to a Somalian couple in a Cinnabon in Wisconsin, and the video went so viral that she ended up getting fired. This has also been discovered. Her mugshot, her full name, Crystal Therese Wilsley, and the charges against her, endangering children 3 times. She was booked in Ohio back in 2022.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's true, here's the problem. Her Facebook includes pictures of signs supporting Kamala Harris and abortion rights. Right here, women's choice is on the ballot. Vote Democrat, Biden, Harris, and
Oh shit, dude, that's definitive proof. That's definitive proof. Okay, so I found the profile, the Facebook profile of this lady, where they found a picture of a yard that has a Biden, Harris, and women's choice sign in them. Now you'll notice that it's not like a prominently displayed picture. It's from a post where she's actually on a walk, which means that this is probably not her yard. I guess if you take a picture of something, that means you agree wholeheartedly with whatever political message is in that picture. I don't quite get it. But that's the slam dunk evidence they have that she's an activist Democrat or whatever. But when you look through her Facebook, like the rest of it, there's really nothing overtly political. So you can't really say either way. But that was, that was what they were paying someone to research and find, and it means nothing. It means nothing. But nice try though. Nice try. Also, I tried to look at her Give Send Go page, but it looks like it's already been taken down. She already raised her 100K, and so she's good to go. But this idea that she's Democrat is really just like you're trying too hard. Literally all of her supporters are Republican, which I mean doesn't mean that she's Republican, but they just happen to align on their racism. And a lot of her supporters, wrote sweet little notes about how we're being invaded by brown people. You don't hear that from Democrats. That's all Republicans. So I mean that's more proof to me that she's likely right wing than her taking a picture of a Biden-Harris sign in a random lawn over a year ago.
What's interesting is this lady very likely has had some abortions or considered it, and Somalis never do. That's the problem that you end up with, white women. Do you think this lady will change her voting? I doubt it. And by the way, it was reported that those child endangerment charges were later dropped. So here's the thing. I'm not saying that she's an angel, but that does matter. What they try and do is go, MAGA, Trump, because she said the N-word, and she's a child abuser. They just tack it on. And this is where you talk about not free speech laws, but libel laws, slander laws. Like we're getting to the point where those things are going to have to.
Okay. Yeah, she had a bunch of other charges too, including drug charges. So, it's highly possible that she had drugs in the house and was doing drugs with her children in the house, which is child endangerment. But whatever. What I find really funny about this is that all of these guys, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk at the time, were justifying the murder of George Floyd because he had a list of priors. Justifying murder. But when it comes to this racist woman who has all of these priors, they get all up in arms for her being fired. They get offended for her being fired. But they're like, yeah, the police can kill this guy because he has a list of priors. I wonder what the difference is. Maybe you guys can figure it out.
To apply online where there are probably going to be some cases to test this, because folks just have their names completely destroyed, tarred and feathered with things that are not only unsubstantiated, but are provably untrue.
Right. And you can't go
well, they're court records. So
back and unring a bell with that. Like, I know you said dim activists. We're not 100% sure, but there's zero evidence that this person.
Whoa, they're not 100% sure, but they have the signs in the yard. I thought that was definitive proof. But now they're not entirely sure.
Person's a Trump supporter that has been shown. Harry just went out there and said it.
Right.
And
he's if he doesn't have proof for that, he's wrong to do that. Okay? So are you dipshits.
We were talking about before, it's like, when somebody says the N-word, it's kind of like a toss-up. Just a Democrat or a Biden.
It could go either way at this point.
It really is.
It really could go either way.
Great equalizer.
All we do know, though, is
No. The only ones who are like, I'm so upset that I can't say the N-word. I really want to say it. And now people are saying it. But all of those people, all of them, every single one who was crying about not being able to say the N-word, they're all Republicans. All of them. Every single one. These people are so fucking brain dead.
This is one of those things where, people are raising money. It's one of those wait and see. We don't know. But I will say this. We shouldn't be in a place where you have clashes of cultures like this. I think this woman is very likely a liberal. Why? Because she's a white, seemingly a white middle-class woman, and because she has,
Definitely not middle class working at a Cinnabon. But okay.
Posts in her social media that seem to support abortion, seem to support Kamala and Biden at one point in time. So I would bet, but I don't know for sure. I do know that people shouldn't be having to deal with being defrauded by an entire swath, an entire community in their state, like Minnesotans are having to deal with Somalis. But the good
An entire swath, meaning like 50 people. 50 people, one of whom, the ringleader, was a white lady. Well, that's kind of weird. Kind of important detail you're leaving out there.
Let's look. What are they doing? You're looking at these Somalis, a Midwestern town, 17,000 people. Right, 17,000 people. What's going on? Well, statistically, the answer is probably being net takers, contributing zero.
Probably. Notice how he says probably. He hasn't looked this up. He doesn't even know.
And probably part of a community that is defrauding the taxpayer
probably
of a lot of resources.
Probably.
Stephen Miller actually talked about this, and we'll get to Ilhan Omar in just a second.
Probably is doing a lot of work for you there, Stephen.
He talked about how 75% of Somalis in Minnesota, I'm not able to fact check this yet, but it seems to check out, 75% are on welfare. Why are we importing any of them?
Based on the records that we already have.
Right. Well-known truth teller Stephen Miller says something, so we got to believe it. I want to say a couple of things in response to all this. What Steven Crowder and all of these dumbasses fail to recognize is that there is a perfectly valid reason why people from Somalia are immigrating to places like the United States. In the case of Somalia, they're fleeing a civil war. Why is there a civil war in Somalia? Does anybody ask these questions? Or they just think brown person bad? That's as far as their analysis goes. Brown person bad. Brown person bad. Oh, I'm so fucking smart, dude. I'm so smart. Okay, so with respect to Somalia, Somalia's 30 years of civil war bear the indelible mark of the region's former colonial powers, who imposed modern physical and cultural boundaries, which became fault lines for conflict. Of course, this happened in other places in Africa. Lacking a unitary government, the Somali territory was partitioned by European colonial powers after the late 19th century. Parts of the north were administered by the British, while the south was administered by Italy. This situation produced lasting disparities in wealth and infrastructure. Under this colonial economic order, the clans evolved into political identities tied to economic benefits or disadvantages. Rivalry was inevitable, particularly once the end of colonialism produced the first unified Somali state. Of course, there's more to this story. The point is that these idiots just completely ignore Western and U.S. imperialism that ends up destabilizing these third world countries that exploit their resources, hyper-exploit their labor, destabilize countries that want to just be left of center and install right-wing dictatorships. And then you get fucking civil wars. And you're like, oh, I couldn't have foreseen this happening. I mean, just think about MS-13, right? The U.S. was involved in the Salvadoran Civil War, where we backed a brutal right-wing dictatorship that just murdered en masse Salvadoran citizens. Oh, we just couldn't have known that they would want to flee from all that shit. And then you get, street gangs in California that turned into MS-13. And then, of course, they went back to El Salvador once the Civil War was over, and then became a transnational criminal organization. We have the U.S. to thank for that. And, of course, there are countless examples like this. But that's just too much. That requires too much effort to think about. I just rather default to black person, brown person bad. And another thing, I mean, guys, like, I'm not a particularly smart person, right? But I am at the very least curious about things. So I'm not the first person to say this. Racism is a tool of the ruling class to distract us, distract poor white people, distract other, white supremacy sympathizers into ignoring the exploitation of the capitalist ruling class. They're the ones who are cutting your Medicaid, cutting your SNAP, cutting taxes for the ultra wealthy. The corporations are the one stagnating wages. Walmart doesn't pay their employees enough for them not to be on SNAP, and they do everything they can to prevent unionization so that the Walton family can buy another fucking yacht the size of the Empire State Building. They want you to be mad at poor, working class brown people rather than the injustice of these billionaires who don't have to work for a living. They make hundreds of millions of dollars a year just sitting on their ass collecting dividend checks. Oh, they might go out and, do some bullshit philanthropy while poor, white, working class people go hungry. Or they have to rely on government to not go hungry. But, of course, Trump is cutting snap. But this fucking story, this story about this lady, is just a giant distraction from the actual source of your problems. It's not working class, black or brown people or immigrants. It is your boss. Your boss doesn't pay you enough, give you enough benefits, give you enough time off to raise and spend time with your family. It's not immigrants. It's not black people. But they want you to be so fucking distracted by activating your stupid ass lizard brain to just hate black people, hate brown people. You need to recognize that your real enemy is the wealthy asset owning class, the capitalists. They're the ones that have all of the power over your life. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope y'all are having a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.